All right, welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a literal masterclass in tactical wing play. We're looking at that recent Group F clash between the Netherlands and Tunisia. And I'm telling you, understanding exactly how the Dutch weaponized the flanks in this matchup, it's absolutely going to change how you watch their next game. Let's get right into it.
The broadcast really hit the nail on the head with this line. The Dutch are flying into the knockout stage top of Group F. Because they didn't just scrape through, right? They completely dominated with a definitive 3-1 win, and it was entirely dictated by their offensive width and just relentless execution. So, here's our roadmap for today. 1. Securing Group F supremacy. 2. The wing play blueprint. 3. Gakpo and Dumfries deliver. 4. Tunisia strikes back. And finally, 5. Into the knockouts.
Kicking things off with Section 1, securing Group F supremacy and setting the tone. Moving right along to Section 2, the wing play blueprint and tactical execution.
Okay, so from the very first whistle, the Netherlands unleashed this incredibly effective 3-step formula. Look at this. Step 1, reach the end line. Step 2, offer early service. And Step 3, capitalize on deflections. By pushing insanely deep into opponent territory before just firing the ball across the box, they forced the defense to constantly face their own goal. That is a massively difficult, high-pressure situation for literally any backline.
You can actually hear the proof in the commentary right here. They noted how a Dutch player reaches the end line and offers early service, mining across. Driving that ball horizontally through the absolute highest danger penalty area, it causes total panic. Actually, this exact aggressive sequence got deflected right in. Bam, yet another World Cup own goal. They literally engineered their own luck just through pure tactical positioning. And the offensive pressure was just suffocating. The broadcasters calling out a header snapped back across the face and then violently slammed home. As the commentators pointed out, the Dutch squad were basically running away with it early, as Proby scored again. Their build-up play wasn't just good on paper, it was practically lethal, putting them up 2-0 before you could even blink. Let's get into Section 3, Gakpo and Dumfries, delivering the strategy. Now, both of these guys were absolutely instrumental, but they operated with totally different yet complementary styles on the wings. They were the bright men offering forward, executing that horizontal delivery we just talked about. Check this out. Gakpo's action is described as he spears it down, so a very direct, aggressive, piercing movement. But then Dumfries is noted as having placed across. It's a much more measured, targeted delivery into the box. Different techniques, but perfectly serving that exact same blueprint. Dismantle the opponent from the flanks. And just look at the absolute chaos this created inside the box. When Dumfries placed the ball across, the action was so frantic it basically conjured chances out of thin air. This quote captures it perfectly. That got deflected, I'm not sure the defender knew much about it. When you're constantly peppering early service from the end line like that, defenders literally cannot physically react in time. It forces errors, it forces deflections, and ultimately it forces goals. On to Section 4, Tunisia strikes back, opposition responds. Now, to put the pacing of this match into perspective, it was a crazy, rapid, high-energy sequence. Minute 10, that relentless Dutch pressure forces the own goal. By minute 15, Proby doubles the lead. But then, right around minute 20, Tunisia strikes back with a Mori header, which momentarily halts the momentum. But wait, it took just 5 minutes for the Netherlands to completely reestablish control. Talk about a roller coaster. We definitely have to give credit to Tunisia for that brief but fierce disruption. The commentary noted, just the start Tunisia was looking for. Mori the header snapped on that gets in. So for Tunisia, this was a really brilliant moment of tactical execution on their end, snapping a header in to try and claw their way right back into the match. But how did the Dutch respond? Brilliantly! I mean, they didn't panic at all. They just went right back to work, got the first touch to a critical ball, and beautifully restored that massive 2-goal lead. They neutralized the threat almost immediately, just by sticking strictly to their tactical identity. Which brings us to Section 5, into the knockouts, closing out. The absolute biggest takeaway here is the sheer mentality of this squad. Even sitting on a comfortable lead, they were relentless. The ball was punched away, lifted off the underside of the bar, and continuously blasted toward frame. Attackers like Dumfries and Diamond, they just kept pushing through. They were determined to close out the game entirely on their own aggressive terms. No backing down whatsoever. And that brings us to a really provocative final thought. We've seen the blueprint, right? Secure the flanks, reach the end line, fire the ball across, and just create unmanageable chaos for the defense. It worked flawlessly here. But the real question is, will this relentless wing play secure the Netherlands the ultimate World Cup victory as they march deep into the knockout stages? Only time will tell for sure, but if this match is any indicator, they are a serious tactical force to be reckoned with. Thanks so much for joining me today. Keep analyzing the game, and I'll catch you in the next Explainer.